skill-based matchmaking. This is something I didn't want to talk about on the channel. That's because it kind of splits the community into two, those who are for it and those who are against it. And the ones who are against it are like super against it. If you guys don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, it's when a video game puts you up against people of the same skill as you, or better, or very little worse, or stuff like that. So people who average around the same as you do in a game. Now the reasons this is good is because it lets the new players in a video game play against other new players and eventually get better at the game. But the reason it's bad is because all the people who are good at the game and in previous Call of Duties had a 2 or above KD, or even a 1.50 KD, which is a kill death ratio, yeah, it makes the game unfun. It makes the game not really enjoyable because you're always playing as sweaty and as try hard as you can. And there's a lot of people who don't like this, and I want to talk about the skill-based matchmaking within Modern Warfare, because recently over on Reddit there was a user who actually went and saw all the patents that Infinity Ward did in order to actually patent skill-based matchmaking in their own way, which goes into a lot of detail. It's really not what we thought at all. Now the user on Reddit is skill-based matchmaking exists, SBMM exists, and he's actually claiming to be a video game designer for indie games and stuff like that. He went and he got all the proof of the patents, and I'll link this down in the description below so you guys could go read this article. It's a very interesting read, and this is all like legit stuff. He shows the proof, he shows the system and method for validating video game data and stuff like that, or data, however you want to say it. And guys, this is a lot worse, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the way they're going about this. Now there's been a huge commotion on Reddit that the developers don't want to talk about the skill-based matchmaking. They always ignore it and they never mention it, and the reason for that is because they got bigger plans than just setting you up against people of your same skill. Now it goes into like huge detail. It also, and this is the creepy part of the actual algorithm in order to actually make the skill-based matchmaking work, it tracks every single thing you do in a game. So I'll give you guys an example. Let's say you're running down the right lane of a map and then you throw a grenade there. If you do that all the time, if you always run through the right lane and then throw a grenade across the map and stuff like that, it's gonna track that. It's gonna know that that's what you always do. It's gonna know that that's how you play. And then if you die when you're on that right side of the map and then you rush there again over and over again every time you die there, it's gonna track that. Now if you leave after, let's say you die there twice and then you decide not to go there again, it's gonna track that. It's gonna know how many times you decide to go back to the same spot you died. It's gonna know how many times you got kills in certain areas and stuff like that. And it's also going to place you against people who play the same way you do, which is really weird. Now the reason they do this is because, well, they never really claimed this, but this is kind of what I'm getting out of everything here. The reason they do this is because they want people to go up against people of their same skill, so they can learn from their mistakes, they can learn from how other people play like them and stuff like that, and they could eventually get better. Which on paper, this sounds really good. This sounds like a great idea. This sounds like something I would honestly love, learning from my skill. And they want to implement a coaching system online where it gives you tips on how to play better. It shows you what you do wrong and all that kind of stuff. So that really does sound very cool in all honesty. But when you actually put it into the game and you actually play the game and realize that everything you do is being tracked and they're not mentioning it, it's kind of creepy. Let's be completely honest here, man. It's just something I don't feel should be in video games, and if it is in video games, I feel like it should probably be more in like ranked play or league play or stuff like that, whatever you guys are familiar with in Call of Duty. Now the reason, I'm honestly going to be honest with you guys, the reason I don't like talking about this, and I think it's the first time I make a video on skill-based matchmaking and stuff like that on my channel for Modern Warfare, I don't like it. I don't like talking about stuff that split the community. So if you guys are for skill-based matchmaking, drop a dislike on this video. If you guys hate skill-based matchmaking and you don't want to see it, drop a like on this video. So let me know. You guys can dislike, it's all good, man. Do what you gotta do, but let me know and be honest. Like, do you actually like dying 100 times? Because that's what it is with skill-based matchmaking. The reason your games aren't doing good is because that's what it is, man. And a lot of people don't even know that this is in the game. A very, very vocal minority knows that this is in the game, but a lot of actual players have no idea that this is in the game. Like, so let's say one dude, he gets home, he plays an hour of COD every day, never goes on Reddit, never goes on YouTube to watch these videos. He just thinks that he's not that great at the game if he ends every game going 12 and 15 and stuff like that. He doesn't know that skill-based matchmaking is in the game. He is unaware of what that is. But then you have people like me and other people like you who clicked on this video. If you do know what it is, you most likely don't like it. You most likely hate it. So man, be honest when you hit that like or dislike button, guys. Let me know, because if you actually, if you really do hate it, you'll drop that like. If you really like it and you want it to stay in the game and you never want to go positive or get a nuclear or anything like that, then go ahead and drop that dislike, man. I don't know what to tell you. But going back on topic, so there is a lot of patents that they made in order to actually screw up the player base. And when I say that, they don't intently actually want to screw up the player base, but there is a lot of patents, and they should implement this in a ranked play system and then leave public matches alone. Like, you gotta just leave them alone, man, because it's not fair. The average person like myself, I don't want to go into every game trying as hard as I possibly can, going against M4A1s, 725s, and all that kind of stuff. I just want to go and have fun. Sometimes I want to actually die a lot. I want to learn from like really skilled players. I would love that. And then sometimes I want to be that guy who's the best in the lobby, and I could easily drop a nuke on the enemy team, and then they could learn from me. Because if you guys are honest, man, this is what we did back in the day. If you started Call of Duty 5 years or prior to that, then you most likely you sucked. Like, you sucked on your first ever game. You were horrible. But the thrill and excitement of that was actually trying to get better, trying to get like that guy who went 50 and 3 while you went like 17 and 22 and stuff like that. You wanted to be that dude who got so many kills, and it was fun. It was fun to chase that, and it was a challenge. And then once you finally get better at the game, it's fun to shit on the people who suck. Let's be completely honest. It's fun to do that as well. But man, I don't know. I just don't like the way this is going. And by the looks of it, we don't even have half of what we're going to be getting in terms of skill-based matchmaking. It's going to get worse. It's going to start tracking every single thing you do. It already does that, but it's going to start putting it into effect. It's going to start throwing you into lobbies where people play the exact same way. As if you run to the right lane, that opposite enemy on the enemy team, the guy there, he's going to run that same route as you. They're going to force you into gunfights that you don't even know would be possible. Like, it's going to be insane. It's going to be a cluster. And I also want to talk about one other thing, because guys, I've noticed something weird with Shoot House 24/7, and tell me I'm not alone on thinking this is weird. If you played Shoot House 24/7 before they took it out for Crash, let me know if the spawns were good or bad. I think the spawns were alright. Some of them kind of sucked, but then they put in Crash, and then they realized that the players weren't really playing Crash as much as they were playing Shoot House. Me, myself, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really hop online as often as I did when Shoot House was in. Now that Shoot House is back, I'm on the game a lot more, which makes sense that they would put Shoot House back, because that probably happened with a lot of people. But on Shoot House now, the weird thing that I noticed is that the spawns seem super broken. The spawns seem really bad. Like, the enemies will spawn behind you and in front of you at the exact same time, and there's nothing you can do. It forces you to die technically, and I just feel like they messed up the spawn system on purpose. Like, hear me out. I'm not trying to like make some weird conspiracy theory against Shoot House and the devs and how they don't want us playing the map anymore, but here's what I think. I think that they purposely made the map bad. I feel like they screwed up the actual spawning system on purpose, and the reason I believe they did this is because, I don't know, I just feel like they don't want us playing Shoot House as often as we've been playing Shoot House. I feel like they want us to play it less so that we could actually go and play different maps online. Now, the weird thing about this is there was proven stats that Shoot House was played by 25% of the player base before they put in Crash. And then when they put Crash in, I'm sure the numbers were super low, maybe like 5 or 4% of the player base was playing, and that other 25 or 20% that was playing Shoot House 24/7, I feel like they maybe 10 10 of them continued playing different game modes, and 10 of them stopped playing so much in general. So I don't know, man, that's just something I feel. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like I said, I don't really like making videos like this. I don't really like doing it all too often, but I had to talk about it because skill-based matchmaking does actually bother me, and I don't think it should be in the normal game. I think it should be more in ranked and stuff like that. It should not be in the regular public matches. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like or a dislike as mentioned before. Leave a like if you're against skill-based matchmaking and you hate it. Leave that dislike if you guys are for it, man. Don't do that, man. That's just weird. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Thank you for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.